Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your man, the Grass Ninja. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell icon, turn on notifications. In today's video, we're gonna ask the question: how will Ada and Kawaki fail? So I'm talking about in regards to this whole omnipotence, mind eraser, memory alteration bomb. So if you don't know, everybody's memories have been altered. Any and all common knowledge involving Boruto and Kawaki has been switched, right? Now I want to know if there's any characters who might have had their memories altered, who are just big brain enough, who just have enough deductive reasoning to connect the dots and see that things aren't adding up, right? Because what Kawaki did and what Ada did, right? This was a very random act. I don't think Ada had any control over it. Remember, Momoshiki said she's just the last. Only a true god could handle and control the power of omnipotence. So this might have happened out of her control. This might have been a random thing, which means there's room for stuff to get messed up, right? She isn't in control of it. There's a bunch of stuff that there's a bunch of talking and lying and manipulating and deception that's going to have to go in to supplement and add to the lie of omnipotence, right? Now, Momoshiki in chapter 79 says, people's memories have been altered, right? Any common knowledge involving the two of you has switched. So this video's focus will be on Boruto's interactions with people like Sasuke, Amado, and Shikamaru in the upcoming future chapters of the Boruto manga. So think Boruto chapter 80 and beyond. Now that any and all common knowledge between Boruto and Kawaki has been switched, how do you guys think some of these scenarios will play out as Boruto is forced to encounter, interact, and fight with more and more people? So I mentioned there's got to be a couple of big brain people who could use their deductive reasoning to figure out something happened, something's not right. And I wanted to talk about Shikamaru, right? So Shikamaru, we already know he's semi-resistant to Ida's love charm, which is by extension omnipotence. So even though this huge memory wipe bomb went off and Shikamaru's memories have been altered by omnipotence, he should still retain some sort of semi-resistance to it. He'll be like, hey, yeah, we're hunting Boruto, and we have all these extreme measures put into place in order to take down Boruto. Let's go after him, right? In chapter 78, we saw Shikamaru and Mitsuki successfully pin down and restrain Kawaki. Despite the Sukuna Hakona, despite chakra absorption, they literally created some extreme measures, the way Sai puts it, in order to combat jutsu negation, right? Now, Kawaki, right, is fitted with Sukuna Hakona, Daikokuten, he's got Shadow Clone, he's got scientific augmentations and everything. Shikamaru has intel on all of Kawaki and Boruto's jutsu, as well as their combat capabilities, right? That's why there are extreme measures in place to take out Kawaki in case he went rogue, right? That's how they were able to pin him down. So, if they continue to go after Boruto thinking that it's Kawaki, right? All of these extreme measures that were put in place, all of this knowledge that was built in order to take out Kawaki, all this preparation, all the prep time for Kawaki is going to be used on Boruto. And when they realize Boruto's not reacting or fighting or moving the way Kawaki or the way they thought Kawaki would have moved, is going to raise some red flags, right? Because again, not only does he have intel on Kawaki, but he has intel on Boruto's jutsu and combat capabilities as well. So when you see Boruto popping like 4 or 5 shadow clones, he's got a Byakugan and Karma Seal, we see him using Rasengans and Uchiha style shuriken jutsu, semi-gentle fists and everything. That's not going to be what they prepared for. They prepared for Kawaki. And everything that they prepared for against Kawaki has now been swapped, and they visualize Boruto. So anything that Boruto does in combat, they're going to be like, wait, he's fighting the way Kawaki fights. That's not right. Something's wrong. common ninja might not care about that, but I bet you Shikamaru's gonna recognize, yo, this dude fighting a little bit like Hinata and Naruto right now. And that might raise some red flags in Shikamaru's head. So, with him being semi-resistant to the love charm, which means he's already resisting omnipotence in general, and he's got all this knowledge and these extreme measures put in place in order to take down Kawaki with the intel of all of Kawaki and Boruto's jutsu and combat capabilities. When he starts seeing that everything he's prepared for doesn't match up and it's not working, that should raise some red flags in Shikamaru's head, and then he'll start asking the right questions and go under investigation. And Shikamaru could be one of the guys that ends up unfolding and unraveling the lie that Ada and Kawaki are setting forward. Now, another one of the big brain individuals that could figure all this out is Amado, right? Amado quite literally created Kawaki, right? So Kawaki, for lack of a better term, is like Amado's investment, right? Amado invented him and he invested time and money and resources into him. So all of the scientific augmentations, the nanotechnology, the new arm and everything, all of this memory and all of this knowledge that Amado possesses about Kawaki, he now thinks that he's done that with Boruto. So he looks at Boruto as his investment, as his invention, fitted with his scientific augmentations. And when he sees Kawaki utilizing that nanotech that he's created, he's like, how did you get your hands on that? Like, when did I do that to you? I don't remember that. That's Boruto, right? And then you got to think, Amado did all that, right? He was doing all of this because he was trying to build a second Ishiki. So Code's description of what he saw Kawaki capable of doing, he was like, oh shit, Amado reconstructed the Karma Seal, Kawaki's got all these powers, he's trying to create a second Ishiki. That's Code's description. Boruto has 0% of Ishiki's powers, right? Like, Ishiki's out here using Sukuna Hakona, sniping people with these chakra rods. He's got Daikokuten, he's dropping cubes out of the sky. And then he fights with true essence. So, I don't know if Amado's the kind of guy to pick apart the taijutsu, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the bigger powers and stuff, he's gonna be like, wait a second. Those are Ishiki's powers, you know what I'm saying? So, when he's over here like, yeah, Jigen approached me and everything, and then brought me Boruto, became a vessel, and I put all this stuff in him, even the command codes, right? That stuff is not gonna pop up for Boruto. So Amado's command codes will have 0 effect on Boruto. And if they ever pull up, right? If Amado ever pulls up on Boruto, because you gotta remember, chapter 79, before the Omnipotence Shinjutsu bomb went off, Shikamaru straight up said, we might have to just run Kawaki's fade, and Amado was tripping balls. So if Amado's heading out trying to find Kawaki and then has his memory rewritten, so now he thinks he's trying to find Boruto, God, I need a like for this video, because you know how confusing it is to just flipping these dudes around in conversation. Anyway, if Amado is trying to hunt down Boruto and use the command codes to shut him down, and then they have 0 effects on Boruto, that's gonna ring some red flags in his head, bro. He's gonna be like, hang on a second, how come my invention, my largest investment, has no command codes and isn't using any nanotechnology? He doesn't have anything of the sort going down, right? Something's not right here. He doesn't fight with Ishiki's powers. If anything, the son of the Hokage is fighting with Ishiki's powers and using my everything. Like, who knows? Amado might even be immune to all of this at the end of the day as well, because Amado is Amado. But let's talk about the last big bad on the list. The last big brain, Mr. Detective himself, Batman Sensei. Let's talk about Sasuke Uchiha and how he could possibly work out all of this, right? Now, my thing with Sasuke is, right, I've already theorized that the Uchiha might just naturally be immune to omnipotence due to the Sharingan being an inheritance of the Otsutsuki. Let's just swallow the pill and say that's not the case, right? Let's say my theory's wrong and Sasuke is affected, right? Well, Sasuke, for one, on top of being one of the most deductive characters in all of Naruto, quite literally Batman Sensei up in this joint, has no parents and everything. This dude out here has experience with fighting both Momoshiki and Ishiki Otsutsuki. So when he's out here watching Boruto, if he is going after Boruto with that same energy he had against Kawaki, remember, he put the blade to Kawaki's neck. So if he's coming after Boruto with that same energy, and Boruto begins fighting more like Momoshiki or Naruto or anything than Ishiki, Sasuke should be able to pick up on that, right? Because Sasuke isn't just a smart dude. He's also a smart combatant, right? He's able to figure out your abilities instantly. Like, as soon as you use them, he can figure them out. Now, that's usually Sasuke plot armor power, but whatever. He has experience fighting both of these guys. So when he thinks that Momoshiki popped up during the Chunin exams and Kawaki has Momoshiki's karma and Boruto has Ishiki's karma because all of the knowledge has been swapped, and Boruto's not fighting with any of Ishiki's abilities, that's going to raise some red flags, right? And on top of that, even if he's not using Ishiki's abilities, if they do fight in any shape or form, Sasuke should be able to recognize Boruto's fighting style, right? So Boruto has the Vanishing Rasengan, something that was impossible to create for Kakashi. Something like the addition of Lightning Chakra Nature to the Rasengan was impossible, right? Boruto pulled it off by accident, creating a brand new jutsu, making Sasuke take him in as his pupil. This is a big moment for them. And all that's been flipped, so now he thinks Kawaki created the Vanishing Rasengan. He thinks that he's trained Kawaki in the Uchiha-style Shuriken Jutsu. He thinks that all this stuff happened with Kawaki, right? When he sees that Boruto fights using the Rasengan, Uchiha-style Jutsu, Gentle Fist, and all this stuff, and Kawaki relies on zero shinobi training, almost like one shadow clone. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not gonna be like, oh wow, what happened being able to use 5? He's like, I can only pull off 1. Things like that are gonna ring bells in Sasuke's head, right? Now, on top of that, a lot of people like to think about Sasuke's headband. Oh, Boruto's got the headband. That's a memento. That's gonna be a big thing. Sure, I mean, from a writing standpoint, that is a physical element in the story. It's a plot device. The headband has significance and stuff. So sure, I could see that being a trigger. But at the same time, you gotta remember, Sasuke's old headband has been altered. So he remembers it having 1 slash in it, the one Naruto left. But now Kawaki has added another, which is why Boruto has the scar. So it's actually kind of wild, because he remembers Boruto getting the scar, talking with Sarada, and all this stuff. And now that it's like, oh wait, you have the, wait, didn't Kawaki give you that scar? Wait a second, something's not right here. And I think bells are going to start ringing in Sasuke's head, right? Now, despite the fact that Omnipotence was used, and it's an almighty power, the creation language of the gods, right? Momoshiki says that the gods have tampered with reality before, and this isn't the first time. Momoshiki in chapter 79 says people's memories have been altered. Any common knowledge involving the two of you has been switched. Now that any common knowledge with Boruto and Kawaki has been switched, I want to know what you guys are thinking about some of these scenarios and how Boruto will encounter and interact with some of these characters as he begins to fight more and more people, right? Because you got to think, if he runs into Sasuke in combat, Sasuke should be able to recognize the fighting style, or at least recollect that he's fighting more like Momoshiki, or he's not using Ishiki's powers, people he's fought against, right? Amado, if he witnesses any of this stuff, he's gonna be like, how come Kawaki's using my scientific augmentations? I'm the only one that can create that stuff. Now, how come Kawaki is the second Ishiki and stuff? I thought Boruto was the guy I created to do all that. And even Shikamaru is going to have some red flags going off in his head, because he's created extreme measures in order to actually take down Kawaki. And if all of that prep time and preparation he set forth for Kawaki can't be used, or is ineffective or whatever on Boruto because he's not fighting the same, they prepared for Kawaki. And they're actually going after Boruto. So this is a completely different thing. If his strategy that he spent all this time and resources on doesn't work out, that should ring some red flags in Shikamaru's head. Now, I'm really wondering what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I've been your man, the Grass Ninja. Have a nice day. Peace.